Hello everyone. In this video lecture today we are going to study about the human heart. The human heart is a muscular, hollow, cone-shaped organ. In some of the books it is also mentioned as triangular because the heart has two portions. The one which is above is the base, which is the wider part, and the one that comes towards the lower end is known as the apex. So this is the structure of heart in this manner. The one which is above and is broader is the base, and the one which is below is the apex. The apex makes it a bit triangular in shape. So this is present in the central part of the body, in the chest. If I am saying chest, that means it is in the sternum region, but the apex is tilted towards the left side. So the apex which is pointed is tilted towards the left side, and it fits into the cardiac notch of the lungs. There are two lungs and the left lung has this cardiac notch. So cardiac notch of the left lung. So if this is the trachea and the bronchus and this is the left lung, there is a cardiac notch. This is the right lung. In this cardiac notch the heart fits into. So this place is the one that is the heart occupies. This notch is known as the cardiac notch, which is only by the left lung. So the heart is muscular, hollow, cone-shaped organ centrally located in the chest and fits into the cardiac notch of the left lung. The heart weighs almost 300 grams in human adult. However, this varies in males and females. What I have written as 300 gram is in males, and in females it becomes a little lesser, ranges between 250 to 280 grams because of the body volume being lesser than the males. So the males in a human adult is 300 grams and in female it is 250 to 280 grams. The size is almost 12 centimeter in length and 9 centimeter in width. But if you say roughly, it is almost of the tight fist. It looks like the tight fist of the human body. So the human hand, if you just tightly pack your hand, then it becomes a tight fist and it measures of the same body. The fist of one's body, that is the size of one's human heart. The heart, let us talk about the walls of the heart. The heart is externally covered by pericardium. So this is the external layer, and this is further made up of two layers, the parietal pericardium and the visceral pericardium. The parietal pericardium is outer, it is placed outer, and visceral pericardium is inner. And in between these two layers, if we see, this is the parietal and this is the visceral pericardium, in between the two layers is a hollow cavity. We call this cavity as pericardial cavity, which is filled with pericardial fluid. So the pericardial fluid absorbs all the shock and the injuries, or what, it acts like a cushion. So therefore this is a means of defense against any type of external pressure. Inside the pericardium there is a thick muscular layer which we call as myocardium. This is made up of cardiac muscles. So the cardiac muscles are present just beneath the pericardium, and this is a very thick layer, the myocardium, and inside the myocardium there is the endocardium. This endocardium is a single layer of squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium lining. So there is just one single layer of this squamous epithelium. So in all, the heart wall is made up of 3 walls. The outermost pericardium, which is further divided into parietal pericardium, which is placed outer, and inside is visceral pericardium, and inside the pericardium next comes the myocardium, and the innermost is the endocardium, and inside it is the hollow cavity. As I said, that heart is hollow from within, so inside the endocardium the heart is hollow. Now let us study the external structure of the heart, how the heart looks externally. The external structure of the heart. There are not many things that we can show externally. However, the heart has 4 chambers. The above 2 chambers are called atria, but there is no sulcus which shows the difference between the 2 atria. The upper 2 chambers are called as atria. The singular is atrium. And the lower 2 chambers are called as ventricles. So in the external structure, the coronary sulcus, this is the coronary sulcus, which is a transverse, groove which separates the atria from the ventricles. So coronary sulcus is a depression, it is a groove which is meant for separating the upper 2 chambers from the lower 2 larger chambers. There are 2 sulci that is present in the ventricles. These are anterior and posterior interventricular sulcus. What I have drawn over here is the anterior interventricular sulcus. Interventricular means between the 2 ventricles. This is again a depression, and this is vertical depression. So this is interventricular sulcus, and the posterior sulcus is behind it. Since this is a 2D diagram, we cannot show it behind. In the same manner, what is the anterior interventricular sulcus is shown, the posterior one is present just behind it. So externally, these are only present, the coronary sulcus and the anterior and the posterior interventricular sulcus. When we'll be dealing with the internal structure of heart, we'll be studying the arteries and veins that enter into the heart and which leave the heart. So in my next video, I'll be teaching the internal structure of heart, and if there is any doubt in this particular segment, which is a short segment only telling about the location, structure and the external structure and the size etc. of the heart, you may ask me in the comment section, and in my next video we will be studying the internal structure of heart. Thank you.